When was the last time you felt truly at peace? Not just a quiet moment, not just a break from the noise, but that deep calm inside your chest that makes you feel steady, safe, and strong. For a lot of us, it's been a long time. We get so used to stress that it becomes normal. We get so used to worry that it feels automatic. We carry tension in our shoulders, in our thoughts, in our sleep. And one day, we realize peace has slipped away from us without even asking for permission. Life has a way of stealing it. Not all at once, but little by little. A harsh word here, an argument there. A disappointment that we didn't see coming. A betrayal that cut deeper than we thought it could. Sometimes it's not even one big event. It's the accumulation of small things piling up until you feel like you're suffocating under the weight of them. The truth is, peace isn't something the world hands us. The world hands us noise, distractions, comparisons, conflicts, and expectations. If we're waiting for everything around us to settle down so we can feel peaceful, we're going to be waiting forever. But here's the good news. Your peace isn't gone. It's not destroyed. It's not lost for good. It's buried. Buried under the weight of what people have said about you. Buried under the guilt of choices you regret. Buried under fear of the unknown. Buried under comparison to someone else's highlight reel. Just because it's buried doesn't mean it's gone. It means it's waiting to be uncovered. Taking back your peace doesn't happen by accident. It's intentional. It starts with a decision, not a dramatic one, not a lightning bolt moment. A quiet, simple decision that says, I'm done handing over my peace to every little thing around me. I'm done letting other people's moods dictate my mood. I'm done letting my past replay on a loop like a broken record in my mind. I'm done letting my future scare me out of living today. Taking back your peace begins when you decide that the inside of you is too valuable to let every outside circumstance control it. Think about it for a second. Every time you replay an argument in your head hours, even days, after it's over, you've handed over your peace. Every time you scroll through social media, comparing yourself to strangers, you've handed over your peace. Every time you lie awake at night, punishing yourself for mistakes you can't undo, you've handed over your peace. The question is, when are you going to take it back? Taking it back doesn't mean pretending problems don't exist. It doesn't mean ignoring responsibilities. It doesn't mean living in denial. It means protecting the space inside you that allows you to handle those responsibilities without crumbling under them. Peace isn't pretending nothing is wrong. Peace is knowing you're going to be okay, even if everything isn't right. So how do you protect it? Boundaries. That word makes a lot of us uncomfortable because we've been taught that saying no makes us selfish, or that walking away makes us weak, or that speaking up makes us rude. But boundaries are not walls to keep people out. They are guardrails to keep you safe. Boundaries say this is what I allow and this is what I don't. Boundaries are how you protect your time, your energy, your sanity. Protecting your peace also means you stop fighting battles that don't belong to you. You don't have to attend every argument you're invited to. You don't have to respond to every insult thrown your way. You don't have to fix every mess that someone else created. Not every fight deserves your energy. Not every comment deserves your reply. Not every situation deserves your presence. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is walk away. Not because you're weak, but because you're strong enough to know your peace is worth more than proving a point. And then there's forgiveness. One of the hardest ways we lose our peace is by holding on to bitterness. We replay what they did, what they said, how they hurt us. And every replay costs us more peace. Forgiveness doesn't mean you're saying what happened was okay. Forgiveness doesn't mean you forget. Forgiveness means you refuse to let what they did continue to poison your present. It means you value your peace more than your grudge. There's also another thief of peace, ourselves. The way we talk to ourselves when nobody's listening. The way we remind ourselves of everything we're not, everything we've failed, everything we still don't have. If you spoke to your friend the way you speak to yourself, would they still be your friend? If not, it's time to change the voice in your head. Peace grows when the loudest voice you hear is one of encouragement, not condemnation. And here's the beautiful thing, once you start protecting your peace, something else begins to grow. Power. Peace and power are connected. You can't be powerful if you're always triggered, always reactive, always controlled by what happens outside of you. But when you hold your peace, you hold your power. Not because you control the world, but but because you control yourself in the middle of it. That's where real strength lies. Taking back your peace doesn't mean the chaos disappears. It means the chaos no longer owns you. It means the storm might rage outside, but inside you're steady. It means you can walk through conflict without being consumed by it. It means you can face disappointment without collapsing under it. That's what taking back your peace looks like. It's not the absence of trouble. It's the presence of strength within it. And maybe right now you're thinking, that sounds good, but my situation is different. My problems are too big. My circumstances are too hard. I hear you, and I'm not here to minimize your pain. What I'm saying is, peace isn't the reward for when life gets easy. Peace is the weapon for when life is hard. Peace is what gives you clarity to make decisions when stress tries to cloud your mind. Peace is what gives you the patience to endure seasons that feel unfair. Peace is what gives you resilience to keep going when you want to quit. Without peace, everything feels heavier. With peace, even the heavy things become bearable. So today, maybe it's time to stop waiting for life to hand you peace and start choosing it. Choose it by setting boundaries. Choose it by saying no when you need to. Choose it by letting go of battles that aren't yours. Choose it by forgiving, not for them, but for you. Choose it by speaking to yourself with kindness. Choose it by reminding yourself that peace is already inside you. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to beg for it. You don't have to chase it. You simply uncover it, protect it, and hold on to it. And once you do, you'll find that the same peace you thought was lost is the same peace that makes you powerful. Because when you are grounded in peace, you are unshakable. We hear the word power. Most of us picture control. Control over people, control over circumstances, control over how life unfolds. We imagine the person with the loudest voice, the most money, the biggest influence, the one who calls the shots. That's what we've been trained to think power looks like. But that's not real power. That's borrowed power, fragile power, power that disappears the moment people stop listening, stop following, or stop agreeing. Real power isn't about control out there. It's about control in here, inside yourself, inside your emotions, inside your responses. That's the kind of power that nobody can take away from you. Think about how many times you've given away that kind of power without even realizing it. Someone cuts you off in traffic, and suddenly your whole mood shifts. A coworker makes a sarcastic comment, and you carry it in your head all day long. A family member pushes your buttons, and you explode, only to regret it later. That's giving away power. Every time you let someone else's actions dictate your emotions, you hand them the steering wheel of your life. And the question is, why are you giving away keys to people who don't even know how to drive your peace? Taking back your power begins with awareness. It begins with noticing the places where you're bleeding energy, where you're losing control, where you're handing over pieces of yourself to other people's behavior. And then it means making a choice. I will not let this moment decide for me. I will not let this person control my reaction. I will not let this situation steal my strength. Now, let's be clear. Choosing power doesn't mean you're cold. It doesn't mean you're emotionless. And it doesn't mean you let people walk all over you. Choosing power means you decide when and how to respond, not just react. Reaction is automatic. It's the reflex when someone hits your nerve. Response is intentional. It's the pause you take to ask yourself, is this worth my energy? Is this worth my peace? Is this worth my voice right now? Most of the time, the honest answer is no. And in that no, you've just taken your power back. But power isn't only about defense. It's not just about protecting yourself from what drains you. Power is also about direction, where you place your energy, what you choose to build, what you choose to stand for. Every time you put your time into growth, you are building power. Every time you have a hard conversation that aligns with your values, you are building power. Every time you walk away from something toxic and refuse to look back, you are building power. We make the mistake of thinking our power depends on other people changing. We say, I'll feel better when they stop disrespecting me. I'll be stronger when they finally appreciate me. I'll be confident when they recognize my worth. No, your power doesn't live in their hands. It lives in yours. And the moment you decide to stop waiting for someone else's validation, that's the moment you step into it. Real power shows up in the way you handle the little things. It's in the patience you show when you could snap. It's in the calm you carry when everything around you is chaotic. It's in the boundaries you hold when people push. It's in the courage you show when you speak the truth, even if your voice shakes. Power doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers. Sometimes it's silent. Sometimes it's just the strength to keep standing when you want to sit down. And here's the connection that changes everything. Peace and power always travel together. You can't have one without the other. If you don't have peace, you'll always be at the mercy of your emotions, which means you'll never hold real power. If you don't have power, you'll always feel like your peace depends on everyone else behaving the right way. But when you reclaim both, you become steady. You become grounded. You become someone who doesn't just survive situations, but shapes them. Now maybe you're thinking, that sounds good, but what about when people keep testing me? What about when they keep pushing, keep provoking, keep disrespecting? And I get it. The truth is, you can't control what they do, but you can control what you allow. That's where boundaries come in again. Boundaries are the practical side of peace and power. They're the lines you draw to say, this is okay, that is not. They're the filter that keeps toxic things out of your system. Without boundaries, you'll always be drained. With boundaries, you give yourself permission to protect what matters most. And there's another layer to this, how you talk to yourself. Because sometimes the person stealing your peace and power isn't out there, it's in here. It's the voice that tells you you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're not strong enough. That inner critic can be louder than any enemy outside of you. Taking back your power means learning to recognize that voice and replace it. It means speaking to yourself with the same compassion you'd offer a friend. Because if you can't build yourself up, you'll always be waiting for someone else to do it. And that's giving your power away. Power is also about choice. The choice to let go of things that no longer serve you. The choice to forgive, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve freedom. The choice to move forward, even if you don't have every answer. The choice to start again, even after failure. Every choice is a brick, and those bricks build the foundation of your strength. You see, we think power is something you're born with or something someone else has to give you. But the truth is, power is a habit. It's built in the little moments, choice by choice, response by response, boundary by boundary. It's not flashy. It's not always obvious, but it's steady. And when you live from that place, people feel it. They may not be able to explain it, but they'll notice it. They'll notice you don't get rattled like you used to. They'll notice you carry yourself differently. They'll notice you don't beg for attention because you don't need it. That's the freedom of peace and power together. You stop chasing validation. You stop begging for permission. You stop needing everyone to agree. You stop waiting for the perfect conditions to move forward because you realize everything you thought you needed from outside was already inside. So let me say this to you, your peace and your power are already yours. They always have been. You just forgot where you put them. You buried them under other people's opinions. You buried them under fear. You buried them under doubt. But they've been waiting. And the moment you decide to reclaim them, life shifts. Not because the chaos disappears, but because you finally realize you're not at the mercy of it. You're steady. You're grounded. You're strong. And when you live from that place, the world around you can be as loud as it wants. People can do what they do. Circumstances can change, storms can rise, problems can come. But you'll still be standing. Not because life got easier, but because you got stronger. Because you chose peace. Because you chose power. Because you chose to take back what was always yours.